Hey everybody, this is Mary Bingham, and you all know me as the 9 times great-granddaughter of Sarah Wilds, and I do all the videos for this YouTube channel. And today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm actually going to show you two things. I'm going to show you where I believe Edmund Towne lived, and where Mary Redington fell off her horse in the brook, according to the deposition of John Gould in 1692. So we're starting here at one of the entrances to the Topsfield Fair parking lots, which is right here near Maple Street. And Maple Street crosses over that way, but it continues this way. Now, very important to note that Central Street is down that way, I believe, the next corner. So, but that will also prove an important point if you were to look at an old map of Topsfield when I describe where I believe Edmund Towne and Mary Towne lived. So let's take a walk this way. Why I'm videoing this is because I just posted a story to medium.com about Mary Towne, who was actually Mary Browning, and she married Edmund Towne. And she basically saved the life of her neighbor at her house. So I wanted to kind of give you the lay of the land where that happened. And also, too, the way to the house that I'm showing you now is probably where the brook is, where Mary Redington fell off her horse, according to John Gould's, her brother's, 1692 deposition. So here we are. And I'll just keep on walking a little bit. We are approaching that brook right now. Okay, and here is the brook. Now, the reason why I believe this is the brook is because when John Gould deposes or makes this deposition regarding what his late sister had told him, was that Edmund Towne came out of his house to help Mary and her brother-in-law Abraham Redington out of the brook. So this is the brook. And again, when Mary is pulled down off of the horse, she accuses Sarah Wilds' specter of pulling her off that horse 3 times. So as I said earlier, that it was Edmund Towne who actually heard the commotion in the brook. So he would have had to have been nearby or living in a house nearby in order to hear that commotion. And basically, though we don't know, there's no record of where his house was in the records that I have searched, because the map of Topsfield, or the ancient map of Topsfield, only dates to 1700, and Edmund died in 1676. However, all of his brothers and who were living in the area were still in Topsfield, and they were still alive, and they were living across Route 1, which is Boston Street, also known as the Newburyport Turnpike, across the way, and all of their homes basically lined Hill Street as well as Salem Road. So right here at the junction of this road is where I believe that Edmund's house stood. If it didn't stand here, it was very, very close by. The other reason why I believe that his house was in this area is because his wife, Mary Redington, inherited a part of her father's land, which was actually over in that direction over there. So Edmund, and also too, I believe it incorporated part of the area I'm walking. So when she inherited all of the the houses, the buildings, and everything. So that's why I believe, and I can't be certain, but I believe very strongly that those houses and buildings were where Mary and Edmund lived and raised their family. And this is where I think that their house stood. This is also the place where Mary basically saved the life of her neighbor, Mary Waters. And I'm going to link that story, which I posted and published to medium.com, in the description for you guys to read. It is quite the incredible story of these two brave women standing up for each other in a possible deadly situation. And it happened right here is where the outcome of that story happened. And finally, as we walk out towards my car down the road here, this is the direction to the Redington farm. So going back to my previous story about when Mary Redington told her brother John Gould about what happened to her in the brook, they were actually traveling from Salem back home. This is the way back to the Redington farm, because up the street a distance is actually Perkins Row. And Perkins Row is the beginning of the Redington farm boundary line. So thank you all for this story, and so glad to be here with you today, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you.